Congratulations. This is no ordinary moment, this is divine timing. God is declaring over your life, your wait is over. The prayers you've been praying, the tears you've been shedding, they have not been ignored. Tonight, something is shifting in your favor, and very good news is about to reach you. Sparkles don't scroll past this. This is your sign. Press play now and receive the word that confirms your breakthrough has already been released. Congratulations, the time has finally come. God is saying your wait is over. Tonight you will receive very good news. How does that make you feel? What thoughts flood your mind after all this time of waiting, praying, hoping and believing? God is telling you that the wait is over. It's no longer about what might happen someday, it's about what's happening tonight. God is speaking directly into your situation, and his message is one of divine timing, favor and answered prayers. This is not just another day. This is the day. This is the moment where everything changes. The delay, the silence, the uncertainty, it's all coming to an end. Because God's appointed time for your breakthrough has arrived. So stop for a moment, open your heart, open your mind, and receive this message from heaven. God is telling you the wait is over. Get ready for the good news I have prepared for you tonight. The power of waiting, why the delay was necessary. Before we dive into the incredible good news that's coming your way, let's talk for a moment about the waiting period you've just gone through. You see, waiting is never easy. It requires faith, patience and trust in God's perfect timing, but often we don't understand why God makes us wait. The temptation to give up, doubt or become frustrated grows stronger with every passing day. Yet the truth is, God never wastes a season of waiting. Every moment of delay has a purpose. It's in the waiting that God prepares us for the blessings he has in store. During this time, God refines your character, strengthens your faith and teaches you valuable lessons that you couldn't learn otherwise. Psalm 27 version 14 tells us, wait for the Lord, be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Even when the wait seems long, God has been working behind the scenes on your behalf. He has been aligning the circumstances, orchestrating events, and preparing the right people to bring about the blessing that's coming your way. And tonight he's saying your wait is over. The time has come. What to expect? The good news is coming tonight. So what exactly is the good news that God is about to deliver to you? It may look different for each of us, depending on our specific situations, but here's what we can confidently say. God is faithful to his promises, and he is about to reveal his faithfulness to you in a tangible way. One answered prayers. Your cry has been heard. One of the greatest reassurances from God is that he hears us. Every prayer you've prayed, every tear you've shed, every time you've cried out to him in desperation, he has heard it all. Even when it felt like heaven was silent, your prayers were reaching God's ears. God is telling you tonight that the prayers you thought had gone unanswered are about to be fulfilled. Whether you've been praying for healing, restoration, a breakthrough in your finances, or a resolution to a difficult relationship, God is saying, I have heard you, and tonight I will show you the answer. James 5:116 reminds us that the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Your prayers were not in vain, they have been powerful and effective, and tonight you will see the evidence of that. The good news that's coming your way is a direct answer to your prayers. 2 divine breakthrough barriers are about to be broken. Maybe you've been facing obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. You've tried everything in your power to move forward, but the door remains shut, the path blocked, and the opportunities out of reach. But now God is telling you, I am the God of breakthroughs, and tonight I am breaking down the barriers that have held you back. In 2 Samuel 5 verse 20, David declared, the Lord has broken through my enemies before me like a breakthrough of water, just as God broke through for David. He is about to break through for you, whether it's a financial barrier, a career obstacle, or a spiritual stronghold. Tonight marks the beginning of your breakthrough. The good news is that the things that once stood in your way will no longer have power over you. The chains are being broken and you are being set free to step into the blessings God has prepared for you. Expect doors to open, opportunities to arise, and favor to surround you. 3. Divine healing restoration for your mind, body, and soul. For some, the good news that's coming tonight will be the news of healing. You've been battling sickness, pain, or emotional wounds that have weighed heavily on your spirit, but God in His mercy is about to bring healing and restoration to your body, mind, and soul. Isaiah 53:5 reminds us, by His stripes we are healed. Jesus bore your sickness, your pain, and your suffering on the cross so that you could receive healing. Tonight God is saying that the healing you've been waiting for is on its way. It may come through a medical breakthrough, a miraculous recovery, or even a deep inner healing that brings peace to your soul. Whatever form it takes, know that God is still in the business of healing. The good news you receive tonight could be the news that your body is healed, your mind is at peace, and your soul is restored. For restorations of relationships, a reunion of hearts. One of the most painful aspects of life is dealing with broken relationships, whether it's a friendship, a family bond, or a romantic relationship. But God is the God of reconciliation, and He delights in restoring relationships that have been fractured. Tonight the good news that's coming your way may be the news of restoration in a relationship you thought was lost. Maybe there's been hurt or misunderstanding between you and someone you love. Maybe you've been praying for healing in that relationship, but it seemed like things were getting worse instead of better. But God is working behind the scenes. He is softening hearts, healing wounds, and bringing about a reconciliation that only He can orchestrate. The good news you hear tonight might be the call, the message, or the conversation that leads to the mending of a broken relationship. The role of faith. Why you must expect good news. God is telling you that tonight you will receive good news. But how do you prepare yourself to receive it? The answer is simple. Faith is The key that unlocks the door to God's promises. Hebrews 11 verse 1 defines faith as the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen even before you see the good news manifest. You must have faith that God is working on your behalf. One expectancy. Align your heart with God's promise. The good news that's coming tonight requires you to have an attitude of expect. Why God is faithful, and when He makes a promise He keeps it. Right now He is telling you that your wait is over and good news is on its way. You need to believe that with all your heart as you go through today. Start thanking God in advance for the good news He's about to deliver. Speak words of faith over your situation. Declare that the breakthrough, the healing, the restoration, or the answered prayer is already on its way. Expect God to move and He will. 2. Prepare to receive. Position yourself for the blessing just as farmers prepare the soil before they receive the harvest. You must also prepare your heart and your life to receive the good news God has for you. This means letting go of doubt, fear, and anxiety. It means choosing to trust God's timing even if it doesn't always make sense. Take time today to pray, worship, and align your heart with God's will. Ask Him to help you recognize the good news when it arrives and to give you the wisdom to act on it. God's blessings are often tied to our willingness to step out in faith when the opportunity arises. What to do after you receive the good news. Once you receive the good news tonight, don't just stop there. God's blessings are not just meant for you to hold on to. They are meant to overflow into the lives of others. Here's what you can do once your good news arrives. 1. Give thanks and share your testimony. When God answers your prayers and delivers good news, the first response should always be one of gratitude. Take time to thank God for His faithfulness, His mercy, and His love. Your testimony of what God has done will inspire others to believe in His power. Psalm 9 verse 1 says, I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. Share your story with others, letting them know how God came through. 4. Your testimony could be the encouragement someone else needs to keep believing for their own breakthrough. 2. Be a blessing to others. When God blesses you, it's not just for your benefit. He blesses you so that you can be a blessing to others. Ask God how you can use the good news you've received to. God has spoken, your waiting season is over, and your blessing is already on the way. Tonight isn't just another night, it's the beginning of your breakthrough. If this message stirred something in your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, I receive it, share this with someone who needs hope, and subscribe so you never miss another divine confirmation. Your good news is closer than you think. Stay expectant.